Nationwide, homicides are on the rise, and tonight we've learned the same is true here in Nashville.
New at 6, the mother of a 17-year-old murdered 3 years ago is speaking out for the first time to our Cuthbert Langley. He joins us from the Criminal Justice Center with more. Cuthbert, how high are the homicide rates in Nashville?
Vicki, we are just one murder away from tying the total number of killings seen all last year. In some perspective here, the victims are getting younger. Last year, just 2 victims were under the age of 18, and this year that number has more than tripled to 7. And tonight, a mother whose teenage son was killed 3 years ago is on a mission for change.
He just had his 21st birthday. And it's still hard to deal with it 3 years later.
Time has not made it easier for Talia Monjet Simmons.
For him to be gone, you know, what do you do as a parent, you know?
Her son, Antoine Covington Jr., was murdered at just 17 years old back in June 2012. While her son's killers are both in prison, time has not wiped away the hurt.
To think, you know, I had a child that would have been 21 and I didn't get to see what he would have been. It was really hard for me this year.
That anguish now turning into action.
We can't keep looking at this. We can't keep going through this. You know, we can't keep allowing our community to go through this, so we need to do something.
She's begun speaking at prisons, churches, and even her son's former high school to try to stop teens from killing each other. But so far this year in Nashville, the murder rates are rising. 40 so far this year, just one less than all of 2014. But still lower than the high of 2012.
It's sad, you know.
Just weeks ago, that violence hit Pastor Marcus Campbell's church at its core after yet another teenager was killed.
One of my youth here, Kenny Hatcher, he was gunned down in Vine Hill.
For him, the solution isn't more officers in the streets. It's more cooperation between the many neighborhoods that make up Nashville.
It's going to take people in the community to stand up and say, look, I can't deal with this anymore. We're not going to allow this in our community. We want a better community for our kids.
It's been a long day.
As time continues on for the mother of Antoine, the hurt will continue, but so too will her mission, one neighborhood at a time.
I think a lot of areas of our city, our states, across the country are still divided, and that's what's hurting us.
Tonight, community leaders will be gathering here in the next little bit alongside the mothers and fathers of some of the youngest murder victims here in Nashville. That meeting begins at 6:30. We will be there and have full coverage tonight on News Channel 5 at 10 o'clock. For now, we're live at the Criminal Justice Center this evening. I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.